guys, happy Monday. We're in the car. We just left Aiden's doctor's appointment, and we have a new doctor, pediatrician, and Andrew and I both liked him a lot. The doctor's office is in kind of a sketchy area, but the doctor himself was super cool. So now we're gonna go to base. I don't know what we're doing there, and then I'm trying to convince Andrew to go to IKEA. Let's see if we can do it. Hi guys, I can actually talk to you now. I'm in the car with Miss Bailey, who is sleeping. Andrew just ran inside and he took Aiden with him because he's applying for a full-time position. I don't know if you guys, I'm not gonna explain it. He's been on temporary orders since March because there wasn't a full-time position open, and it like has to do with budgeting and stuff. And so there was a gentleman that retired yesterday, and then somebody got promoted, so there's 2 spots open for a permanent position, which would just be the best thing in the world. And so Andrew's pretty sure he's gonna get it just because he made it known that he would stay long-term, like longer. Like, we'll probably be here, we have to be here at least 3 years, I'm pretty sure, and then we'll probably move. And we've been looking at a couple different places. I know everyone's gonna shout Texas. We're not against that. We were actually looking at Alabama last night. I know that sounds random. Anyways, so the weekend was crazy. This weekend was crazy. I did the Mercari thing all weekend long, just like uploading and packing up. There's like different badges you can get. I wish that I would have explained this better in last week's vlog, because it was like over an hour long and it was towards the end, and I don't know if anybody made it that far just because they're so long. But a lot of stuff happened last week that I didn't want to take out, and I took a lot out. It was like an hour and a half, and so I trimmed it down to like an hour and 6 minutes. Anyways, back to Mercari. I told you guys last week that I started my own shop on there, and it's just previously owned items. It's not like the small business side. And so I put like a link in last week's video, and it was just to download the app, but it didn't have my store on there. And so the store name is the same as my YouTube channel. It's the Cocco channel, but it's lowercase and all one word. And so I put the new link. You guys were able to see it. But anyway, I was doing that all weekend, and what I was getting at is that like I wanted to package everything and ship everything. I went to the mailbox Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I want to try and ship everything next day, and you get a badge for quick shipper or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's quick shipper. And so it like gives you a higher rating. And so I wanted to tell you guys about it again, even though I told you I wasn't gonna like keep advertising it, because if you guys have stuff you want to get rid of, fellow beauty addicts, or even if you have clothes sitting in your closet. I haven't sold a ton of clothes. I've sold like 3 pieces, but I've sold a ton of makeup. And so how it works is like, obviously you take the picture, you set your price, and then somebody will buy it, and you get a prepaid shipping label emailed to you. You print it off and you drop it off at the mailbox. You don't have to stand in line or anything like that. And then once the seller receives it, they get 3 days to rate you, and once they rate you, the funds get released, and so you get paid. And so I've had 3 packages today that have been delivered. So if they take longer than 3 days, then Mercari gives you an automatic rating. I think it's 5 stars, so you can get paid. So I was telling you guys last week that I'm like practicing how I want to ship things, and so today I'm gonna pack up the first set of clothing items that I've sold. And so it'll be very similar to obviously the t-shirt business that I want to start. And so I'm really excited. I went on and invested I spent a little bit of money, not a lot, on packaging items like envelopes, like t-shirt shipping bags, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. I'm so happy. And then I was telling you guys that there was drama with me starting the business last year, and I had a falling out with a friend over graphic design, and so she did make my logo, but I decided because it got so weird, it's not even worth me using it. And so I loved the logo, and she did an amazing job. I would never short sell her, just in case she still watches. I doubt it, but just in case. It was an amazing logo, but just because it got so weird, I'm going to do a new one. So I've hired somebody, not hired somebody, I didn't like put out an ad. You can go on Etsy, actually. Somebody was like, why don't you get a graphic design student so they can get some experience and stuff like that? And I don't even know what channels to go through to do that, but I went on Etsy and I put in like custom logo design, and there's quite a few businesses on there that advertise that and offer their services. So I picked one and I've paid for my logo, and you get like 5 different files, so you can use it on social media, so you can use it on business cards, like paper, you know what I mean? Like there's a different file for that. You can use it on printing, for like t-shirts. It's another file. I can't remember what that's called. It's not a zip. Anyways, there's different files. There's like a JPG, there's an PNG, there's a ton of different lingo for it. So you get like 5 different forms, and it's custom made for you. The person that I hired like will never take something that they've done in the past and use it for you. You completely give them parameters of what you want. So I told you I'm going to do like a business name reveal, and it'll include like the logo and stuff like that, and hopefully I'll be wearing a t-shirt. So the next couple days I'm gonna finish up. I have like a few more things that I want to list on Mercari and get that all squared away, and then I'm going to break out my my silhouette, and I'm going to just crack on at trying to get vinyl cut. And then I unpacked my last box of t-shirts. I showed you guys the really pretty maroon ones that I got, and those were for the Christmas collection that I wanted to do. I didn't want to do a classic cheesy red t-shirt. I wanted like maroon, burgundy, berry color, and that felt Christmassy still. And then the writing was going to be like foiled, and then I don't know if I'm gonna get Halloween t-shirts done in time. I mean, everyone's already released their Halloween collection like last month, and we're coming up on September, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it done and not, but I'm gonna try. I really am. I still have to figure out, once I start printing the t-shirts, then I can figure out and get down to what channel I'm gonna go through for the website. I really don't know what I'm gonna do about that, because I have my domain name and I've already paid for that, and it's mine. It auto renews every single year, so I've already paid for this year because it was on automatic. Oh, I need to get my tax stuff squared away, but I was gonna wait until I got a little more funds from Mercari. So anyways, I don't want to sit here and talk too long. I've already been talking to you guys for 8 minutes, so yeah, I'm gonna try and go to IKEA. I was telling you guys I wanted to get a desk, but I don't know if I wanted to get it from IKEA or not. I'm gonna see if they have something like durable. I found one. I ordered 2 shelving units from IKEA online. I can get it delivered for like 20 bucks because we don't have a truck, and I'm not gonna ask my parents to use theirs. And so I'm gonna see if they have something durable, and then I can have it delivered. But when I was looking, they had like a really nice like workstation that looked like something you would see in like a chic like warehouse, you know what I mean? It was really cool looking, but it was like 122 inches long, and even though that would be perfect, the only wall I could put that on in my office is where my beauty desk is, and I'm not gonna sacrifice that lighting right in front of the window. It wouldn't do me any good, so I'm gonna see if I can find, if I can even convince Andrew to go over there. All I know is that I'm starving and I need more coffee. Bailey's sitting in a restaurant high chair for the very first time. Yeah. Aiden's playing with friends, and Andrew. So there's a new style of tree. It's like a mannequin dress form tree. Andrew says that they're ugly, but I don't know how that's ridiculous. I feel like these ones are kind of cute though. Andrew thinks it's ugly because he's not very nice. Look, this would look so cute in Bailey's room. Aww, this totally goes with her little theme. This is boho Christmas. It's kind of silly. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So, changed our minds. I changed my mind, and Andrew just goes along with what I say. We aren't going to IKEA. We're at the at-home store, and we're gonna look at some organizational and some furniture, some desks. So that's where we're at. We just had lunch, and it wasn't that great, and our waitress sucked. So. Aw, good girl, Kia. Oh, lay down. Lay down. Morning. It's Tuesday. Yesterday was the longest day ever. I was trying to convince myself to start getting up earlier just because I feel better throughout the day if I'm not like trying to sleep in as long as possible, like get every minute of sleep that I can. I wanted to like start getting up at 6:30 and you know what I mean, like just starting my day. But the difference is like in California I was waking up between 6 and 7 and you can like just sip your coffee and get ready at your leisure. Here, when you wake up, it's like your feet hit the ground running, you know, with the kids and the breakfast and the anyways. So yesterday I got up, you know, at, I think it was like 6. Did I tell you guys? I don't remember. And by like 5:30, I was exhausted. Yesterday was just so long. You know, I woke up and I packed up like 7 orders for Mercari. Printed labels, packaged everything, you know what I mean? It takes a long time. I listed a ton more items. I wanted to list as many items as I could because yesterday's vlog went live of me telling you about Mercari and listing my link and everything. And so anyways, then we went to Aiden's doctor's appointment, which was really good. Really, really good. I really liked the new pediatrician. I don't even know if I told you guys that we got a new pediatrician because Aiden's old one decided she didn't want to be a primary care provider anymore for TRICARE. She would just be like a in-network provider, which is a huge difference with TRICARE. It's a big difference because when you have a child like I do that needs specialty doctors, and I'm not talking about like Aiden's sick, he needs to go see like, you know, anyways, because we started this soft mock-up for autism back in May, he was going to see, we had appointments for behavioral pediatricians, which you book 9 months in advance. So we had an appointment for September that we made back in May, which isn't a total of 9 months, but that's just an example. We were going to see a occupational speech therapist and something else. We got his vision and his hearing checked. And we went to that idiot Pillar who like tried to literally diagnose a 3-year-old for autism, which you're typically not going to get a diagnosis that early. Like unless, you know what I mean? There's like people who have autistic children. They're like, I know he's autistic, even though we can't formally get a diagnosis. Like I know he's autistic, or she. With Aiden, it's not the case. Like we don't officially know. Like it's not clearly evident because he makes eye contact with you. He does like some motions with his hands, which is like an indicator, I guess. Like he goes like this a lot. Like if he gets upset or something, you know what I mean, frustrates him. But the biggest thing is speech delay. I feel like, and even the pediatrician said this yesterday, that if we got working on the speech therapy right now, like, and some of those obstacles were eliminated of the communication, things would be a lot easier for him, you know what I mean, and for us. Like potty training, that would be great. Or, you know, behavioral situations where, I'm not talking about like having like a napkin in your lap or a knife at the corner of your plate, like how I was raised, very strict when it came to like eating habits. But, you know, like yesterday he was like jumping up and down and screaming in the restaurant, like that, not really the best behavior in a public place or at home. I wouldn't let him do that at home either. So anyways, just like stuff like that. So really liked our new pediatrician. He has 4 children, one of his own. The youngest is autistic, and so he is not a pediatric behavioral pediatrician, you know, but he has experience with autism and the process, and so that just makes me a little bit more comfortable. He was very personable, looked you right in the eyes, to whereas like, even though I really liked Aiden's previous pediatrician, seeing how this one interacted with Andrew and I, and the information he gave us on visit 1 was 10 times better than the old one. So that was really good. So after that, we went to the base. Andrew did a bunch of paperwork. We weren't there that very long. And then we went out to eat, and then we went to the mall. Andrew's looking for some organization stuff for that little Hov Hall. That is his, like, gaming. I don't know why I went like that. That's not a quotation. It's his gaming little area. And so he wants some sort of unit that will fit under that desk where he could organize all of his games and all of his like chargers and his controllers, and because he has like a Wii, a Xbox, and a PlayStation 4. I don't know anything about any of that. So he wants to organize that, and I'm still on the hunt for a big girl desk. So I think I'm gonna end up ordering. I found 3 that I liked on Target.com, and so I think I'm just gonna order off of there and call it a day. Not call it a day, because I don't want to rush into it and have something that's not going to work. But then I was also thinking yesterday when we were walking around this store called At Home, that I'm thinking about putting my heat press on something very sturdy on its own. That way it's not on the desk. Like I could put it in the corner where it's out of sight, because I was even thinking like that desk is going to be in the background of every makeup video I do. And I really wanted like a big girl desk where I had like, I want to put my globe on there and like some geometric cute little decor and have my laptop. Like I wanted a classic stereotypical YouTuber background of like their desk and with their computer and a really cute background. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just really did. And I didn't want it to be my makeup, because I like getting ready at that little table. Like that table is good for doing makeup, but it's not like a big girl desk, if that makes sense. So, by the time we got home, I had sold a couple more things while we were out and about, and so I packed those up, and then I went and dropped them off at the mailbox. And when I got home, I could barely keep my eyes open, you guys. I was so tired. So I laid down for like half an hour, and then I was like, I'm not gonna get out of bed. Andrew's home, you know, and he's fine. I was just so tired, and I just didn't want to do anything because we had done so much throughout the day. And so I didn't come walking out of our room until like 7:30. And I was like, oh, you know, Bailey was asleep when I went and laid down, and I was like, how'd she do? And he was like, she just woke up probably like 20 minutes ago. And I was like, you let her sleep until 7 o'clock? What is the matter with you? He's like, why not? She was up until like 10 o'clock something last night. And I was like, this is why we don't let her sleep and take a nap until 7 o'clock. This is why. And so she was up before 6 this morning. And so I just got up with her. So I'm going to take another crack at this getting up early thing. Today, unfortunately, we have to take Aiden to a lab. His pediatrician ordered just a couple of routine tests, like a blood test to check what's in there just in case, a urine analysis, which he's still, because he's not potty trained, they're going to have to use the bag. And I was telling Andrew, I was like, I don't know if I could do this, because many of you have come from my retail horror stories, and if you'll remember my patient first retail horror story, this exact thing happened where they needed to do a blood draw and a urine analysis, and it was the worst, one of the worst days of my life, because I had to hold Aiden down, which I'm just not good with. You know, even though I wasn't causing him pain, like I partook in it, and it just broke my freaking heart. And I swore up and down I was not going to be one of those moms who cried when their kids got shots and stuff like that. I am. I'm one of those moms. I don't cry when they get shots per se, but like when they're in pain or they're scared or something like that, like it affects my heart. It does. Oh, who's that? Let's go put you in your walker. We need to go to either Home Depot or Lowe's. We have to get some stain. We have like a wood slated like gate on the side of the house, and they just like left it as unfinished wood, which number one, the sun's gonna beat the crap out of. Number two, we're right towards the end of monsoon season with storms and stuff, and so we just want to get it stained and sealed so it doesn't end up looking poopy. And then I'm gonna get some paint for the chairs that I'm refurbishing. I know for sure I'm going to a Starbucks at some point, maybe even twice today, because it's August 28th and pumpkin spice lattes are back. So that's exciting for me. I'm a pumpkin spice queen. Me and Shauna and Missy. Oh man, so excited. So pumpkin spice is my life. This time of year is my best mentally. It makes me the most happy. You know, every day I'm happy with like my kids and my husband and my house, blah, blah, blah. But mentally, Halloween and Christmas and just this time of year, you're ending. I cannot wait for 2018 to end, you guys. Can I just tell you? 2 great things for 2018. Bailey house. The rest was complete shit. Complete shit. So, yesterday also was like a kind of, no, I'm not gonna go there. So, I'm gonna go put some makeup on, I think, because it's 7:30. His appointment's actually not till 11:15, but I do have 2 orders so far that sold in the night that I need to pack up. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. I need more coffee. Okay, bye. Like my little Jack Skellington. That's huge. Not huge. It's a good day for Halloween. I really think that Minnie Mouse and Mickey are cute. But I don't want to do like cartoony Halloween. Ooh, is that a wolf? Wowee, is that a werewolf? Oh, babe, look at that tombstone. That looks like from the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. It's like, nope. Oh my gosh, this is like my style. I love this. Ooh, this like white film. I love this. Look at the old school mic. I love this. That is so cool. Huh? She doesn't do anything? It is the end of Tuesday. Andrew's teaching Aiden how to rock climb. Bailey, for the very first time, is front facing in our, this is called Lily Baby, I think. That's the brand. I loved this one so much because it was so unisex. I could use this on the next one. For some reason I can't find, I had a baby Bjorn and a Moby with Aiden, but I never used my Moby. I gave that to my sister-in-laws. And then I can't find my baby Bjorn anywhere, but I'm really happy with this one. No, do you love it? Do you love it? Kay is hanging out. Today was a pretty good day. I did my makeup specifically for a Instagram post of me with a pumpkin spice latte. Today was
I already told you, it's a big day. We went and got stain for our fence, but it was too late in the day for Andrew to start it because he has to take all the slats off, paint them, let them dry, paint the other side, let it dry. We'll probably take 2 coats. We picked like a really nice glossy like chestnut brown so it'll match the house. And then I came home and me and Bailey took another nap. This 6 a.m. Still getting used to it with kids. With this one, she really is enjoying this. Like, she can see everything. I feel like that's how Aiden was too. He used to hate getting in it, and then as soon as we turned him around, he was loving life. I did get the Morphe Jaclyn Hill, and this is the Ring the Alarm palette. Oh man, I should have used the, what is it, Magic Spell one, but let's do it. Bailey, we're on an adventure. Over there at the playground. Today's the first day that it was like not overly hot. It was pretty hot. I mean, we're still in the hundreds, but 105 feels a lot better than 115. I think like so far 5 of you have used my link, so thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That helps a lot, because even if you guys don't shop, I get the $2. I wouldn't walk over $2. If you saw $2 on the street, would you walk over it? I don't think so. I usually go to the post office every single day, but I'm gonna go to Target bright and early in the morning. I need a few things for the house. And then we have a play date in the afternoon. And so I'm really excited. And I love that mall. And there's a Sephora inside, and I'm pretty sure our coupon is still good. Might grab a couple of things, but basics, baby. So that's signing off for Tuesday. See you on Wednesday. Oh, my lipstick, by the way, is MAC Magic Spell. Don't know if that's available anymore. It was a Halloween thing last year. Hey guys, it is Wednesday and it's a good day. It's only 9 o'clock and I have full hair done. I have a full face of makeup on and I'm singing a lot, which means you know I'm in a good mood. Today is going to be a really fun day. Right now I am heading to low-key secret is that I literally just wanted to leave so I could get another pumpkin spice latte. No, I really had to go to the post office. I try and go every day. And then now I'm gonna go to Target. I really do have to get an inner tube for our stroller. The front one is punctured, and we haven't been putting Aiden in a stroller. We've been letting him roam around like a big boy. He's a runner though, so it's been good exercise for Andrew. I don't let him do that if I'm by myself. If I'm by, I mean, I don't go anywhere with them by myself anyway because I never have the car. So anyways, I'm all over the place this morning. My mind is like so fuzzy. I was walking out and I was like, I can't find my keys. I can't find my keys. And Andrew's like, they are in your hand. So good luck going out in the world by yourself. I also have like $10 in Kohl's cash that expires tomorrow, which I know is a total gimmick. Oh man, I was gonna return that damn curtain rod. Damn it. I have to return a curtain rod, but I forgot it at home. I have $10 that I need to spend, so I'm gonna get Miss Bailey some Halloween PJs, I think. I already got Aiden's. I don't think I told you guys either that when Andrew and I went out on Monday, I did get the final idea for their Halloween costumes. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. If you were here last year, you will know that Aiden was the cutest and best Beetlejuice there ever was. So now that I have Bailey, I can make like, not like weird couples ideas because they're brother and sister and that would be gross, but you know what I mean. I had a person one time, I don't know if you guys know this, but for Aiden's very first Halloween, he was Chucky. And then the next year, I wasn't there, so he didn't really dress up. He wore like these Halloween PJs that had skeletons on them, but for his very first Halloween, he was Chucky, and I was going to be the bride of Chucky. And one person that I knew, anyway, she was like, that's really weird, like that's incest. I was like, what is wrong with you? It's a Halloween costume, number one. I don't know why you're taking it that far. or that serious. Like, we're a real couple, you weirdo. So anyway, I'm not going to listen to the naysayers. Halloween is my jam, and I am so excited for what they're gonna be. It's gonna be the cutest thing ever. You guys are gonna die. They're gonna die. I don't know that Andrew and I will correspond with what the kids are doing, and somehow I have to make the carriage, the stroller for Bailey, into a corresponding, like, something that she would, that has to do with their costumes. I just don't know what. Time for the annual purchase of Target Halloween tees. They have all the muscle tees in. They have a few of the short sleeves. Like, nothing's impressing me though except for this one. I like this one a lot. It's just pumpkins. They have one that says like pumpkin spice, but I have literally 2 shirts that say pumpkin spice everything. They have this one that says I'm here for the booze. I'm not a drinker, so it's not really that funny. They have this one that's kind of cute. It says Wolfman, Mummy, Frankenstein, and Dracula, but I've bought these ones in the past, and the material is so thin that it ends up like stretching out, at least on me, because I have a big bust. I have a little bit of a tum-tum, and so they just stretch out. I'm not a huge fan of those ones, so won't be getting that one this year. They have this one that says But First Hocus Pocus that I really like too, but I don't know. I'm just gonna get this one for now because I'm trying to behave myself. But you guys know that jumper that I bought that I've literally been tagged, I think, in 3 pictures from different different people like you, and you guys have all bought the jumper, the famous Target jumper. And so the same brand, Wild Fable, has these really just nice skinny jeans that are black for $15. I feel like that's a really good deal. So I originally just came in here for a bike pump, and then I was gonna peace out. Not a bike pump, a bike tube. But they have so many cute things. All their fall stuff's out, so I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time. And I feel really cute. I don't want to shout out loud. I can't get over how cute everyone's aesthetic is right now for like every season. So you have like the new baby, like the facing, and you know what I mean, like the eyelashes. I love that look so much right now. I love like even little kids' birthdays. Like I love the woodland look at like the wedding, Always and Forever, the floral, the stripes, the glitter, the grays and pinks. Like I just love all the aesthetic for like all walks of life right now. The pastels, the metallics, the floral. It's just my jam. The only thing that I can't seem to find is, this is gonna sound so random, floral tissue paper. I've found it in the past and I've wrapped multiple gifts with it. I have a little bit left over right now in the Target dollar spot, but they don't have any tissue paper in the dollar spot right now, just gift bags. So they have like tons of like color, but I can't find any floral. And I've looked online and they want like $10 for like 10 sheets, $1 a sheet. No. This is obviously for the aesthetic of wrapping t-shirts. So I found some that I really like, even though it doesn't really go with my, it does go, it just isn't exactly what I wanted. I have this floral one, but that's not my kind of floral. This is my kind of floral. If they had a tissue paper like this, I would literally buy every single pack that they had, but they don't. The ones that go like with that are the mint, gold, and gray. They have the gray, white, and gold. I just can't find what I want. They have this kind of cute one, but this definitely doesn't match my theme. Stripes and geometric. I don't even know what that is, like confetti. At Kohl's, the music is so loud that I'm probably gonna get copyrighted, but I wanted to show you guys the Halloween tees. They're like almost the exact same as last year, which I just don't understand why you wouldn't like reinvent, so that way more people would buy them. The type of people that buy these shirts buy them every year, like me, so I'm not gonna buy the same ones. Let me show you. We have Snoopy and Woodstock, Jack and Sally, this one, which was definitely there last year. We have a glow-in-the-dark Mickey, another Charlie Brown, This one I really want. They don't have my size, so I could get it online. Like, I think this is funny. Talk to me. And then on the sleeves it says talk to me. Like, I would wear this. This is cute. And it's like a lightweight long sleeve, which is essentially what you need for winter here in Phoenix. Last, I think that's it. Oh yeah, we have more Charlie Brown. I'm gonna get this one, I'm pretty sure. This is another short sleeve, like baseball tee. Just random bits and bobs about Halloween. Let's see. We have like 8 pairs of leggings that somebody decided to drop off. We have a cat shirt, which is not my jam. We have a pocket tee with the candy and a Ghostbuster tee, which this is different than last year's. Last year it was a raglan tee and it was red. So this one's kind of cool. I like this one. I would wear this one. Also, if you've been with me for a while, you know how much I love the So Camis. Especially these ones. These are the stretchy ones, and they have come out with fall colors. They're 50% off right now, right? Oh, that says bralettes. I'll have to scan it and see, but look at all the fall colors, and they're the really yummy soft cotton that stretches. So it like kind of sucks everything in, if you know what I mean. I literally want every single color. Careful, don't run. Huh?
Can I get that dance on tape, please? Yeah. Oh. Say I'm not a man. I'm not a man. I don't have no mustache. It's Thursday, and I am so tired. Bailey was up before 6. And the difference is today, I can't take a nap. Andrew has to leave early this morning. He usually doesn't leave for work till about 12:30. Today he's leaving at like 9:15 because he's doing a security detail for John McCain's remains. I have some thoughts about that, but I won't go there. I try and keep it as little politics as possible. That's not proper English, but I'm not awake yet. Yesterday we had a really good day out and about. I didn't get a ton of footage, but I did go into Sephora and buy some new things. I went in there to buy all of my basics, and they didn't have any of them in store, and you can't use that code online. They didn't have my brow gel from Anastasia, which I told you guys I wasn't going to buy anymore, but I ended up getting a Sephora brand, so we'll see how that works. They didn't have my Cover FX powder because I am running low on that, so I was going to buy that. They didn't have, I don't even think they had my Goof Proof brow pencil. Or maybe, I think I looked at it, but I decided not to get it because I remember I was telling you guys yesterday, I already have a backup and one that's brand new that I'm using. So I ended up getting like all fun things, which I really didn't need to do, but I was just having so much fun in there. And I never ever go in store. It's so rare for me to go in store. And I'm really excited because they gave me an invitation to an event. Not like, ooh, Brittany, we love you. Just, hey, you're a Rouge and spend way too much money here. So September 15th, if you're a Rouge and maybe your Sephora didn't give you one, I know Shauna went to her Sephora and they didn't give her one. On September 15th, and ask your store what time. My store at the Chandler Fashion Mall is at 8 a.m. So before the mall even opens, it's like an exclusive event that you get to go to, and you get first access to all of the Christmas kits. And so all of the brand reps are going to be there. You can talk to people. You get makeovers if you want one. With a purchase, you get like a makeup bag with some products in it. And you get as many samples as you want. That's what they said on the card. And then after that, they put all of the Christmas stuff back, and it doesn't come back out until December, she said. But I think that's a little bit of a lie, because last year for the coupon, which was right around Shauna and my birthday, Shauna and I's birthday, was the coupon, and I'm pretty sure we bought each other Christmas kits for the swap that we did. So anyways, she was like making it seem a little bit more exciting than it really, not that it's not exciting. I'm definitely going because it's on a work day for Andrew, but it's at 8 a.m. So if I have to leave here by 7, which means I'll probably have to get up around 5:30 to get like ready and everything, and I'm okay with that. I would love to go. I love events like that. I really do. It just makes you feel like you spend that money for a reason. That, and, you know, because it's not like I'm a huge YouTuber and I don't go to LA events or anything like that. I've never even been to a conference like BeautyCon or VidCon or Gen Beauty or what's that other one? IMATS. I've never been to any of those. I've always wanted to. I'm really bummed I didn't go to BeautyCon this year, because a lot of my favorite YouTubers that are smaller were there. Like Raw Beauty Christy was there with Hourglass. I would have loved to have seen her. I had a pretty good epiphany yesterday when I was at Target, and I was really inspired because, number one, they released all their fall collection for clothing, and I feel like I've changed the way I've been dressing lately and accepting the fact that I'm not a teenager anymore, or in my, you know, early 20s. I'm 30 with 2 kids, and just sometimes it's time to grow up. And that's not to say you have to dress a certain way at a certain age, but I've just realized that I have changed the way that I've been dressing. Like, you know, I'm wearing more casual-ish shorts instead of like jean shorts that are too tight, and, you know what I mean, just don't flatter my body type. Is another thing, is that I have so much in my closet, and I'm sure this happens to a lot of us, especially as women. I've kept so much that I had every intention of fitting back into at some point. You know, I'm gonna work out and I'm gonna get fit. I have the fitness clothes, I have the fitness tapes, I have the cute yoga mat, and I'm gonna get my butt in gear. I'm gonna start eating better. And I've kept these clothes and I've kept these clothes, and they're honestly just taking up space. And even if I worked out probably 5 days a week, I'll never fit into some of them. Some of them were like pre-baby, pre-Aiden. So, you know, that cute little mama kangaroo patch and this cute mama hair. So I was like really brutal with myself. Not brutal, like that sounds really more intense than it was. I was just really honest with myself and said, you know, are you going to, number one, ever want to wear this again? Number two, be able to wear this again? And a lot of it was no. So I'm going to spend a lot of today adding more stuff to my Mercari shop. It's funny because like I think I've been doing it almost a week. Yeah, because I think I started it on Friday of last week and I worked on it through the weekend. So like all up until like I would want to say like Monday, it was like nonstop. I was selling stuff left and right, but the last 2 days it's like completely slowed down. I sold like one thing yesterday and that was it. And not to say like I have the most amazing things in my shop. It was just crazy because the stuff was flying off the shelves. Not really. So I have my beauty room to get in order.
Hi. Did you just wake up? And now we're playing the piano? Huh. Are you stuck? You can do it. Did you sleep good? Did you sleep good?
Trying to start my healthy lifestyle. I'm out on a walk. There's Jehovah's Witnesses in my neighborhood. I have no issue against any religion, being the fact that I'm trying to be a true Christian where you don't have an issue with anybody. How's it going, buddy? And the only issue I have is she's like, doesn't your dog's paws get burnt on the cement? Yes, bitch, that's why I'm out at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm not on the blacktop. I'm not out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the hottest time of day. And it's not even 100 yet. Like, it's just a stupid question. Just a stupid question. And I'm trying to be gone as long as possible so I don't have to have them come to my door. Not that I would have to answer it, but all I want to do is take my healthy walk, okay? Thanks, bye. You guys, I'm just barely out of my neighborhood and I'm already out of breath. Anybody else have dogs that get so excited for a walk and then they're on the walk and 5 seconds into it, they can't even walk?
Hi guys, oh my god, my ass hurts from sitting in this chair. Bailey's asleep, Aiden's watching Toy Story, and the exterminator just came, which always makes me so happy. I love having him come. He's a really nice guy. This is only the second time I've met him in my life, but just having that assurance. He's a really, really nice guy, and I feel really good about what he does. He spends a lot of time at my house, inside and outside. Like, he is very thorough, gets every nook and cranny, except for I didn't have him do Bailey's room, which sounds kind of crazy because you don't want anything to get in her room, but she was sleeping. Number one. Number two, it was the only place I could think to put Kaya because he already couldn't go in there because Bailey was in there. So the pets have to stay away from the stuff for 30 minutes. So that just makes me so happy. But also, I've done quite a bit of admin work. The most exciting thing is that I finished my logo questionnaire. The woman that I hired, I found on Etsy, and I did quite a bit of research. I looked at her work, and I really, she was like one of the only ones that specifically said she would never reuse previous work. Like, nobody else said that. She designed everything from scratch based on your idea. Like, you didn't just give her free, you know what I mean? Like, you had input, which obviously it's your logo, you should. So, I did like my inspiration board, and then she had like a questionnaire of like 10 questions of like your color scheme, your business name, your website, everything like that. So now that that's cracking, I have like pretty much all of my packaging materials to start off with. We'll see what happens later. I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure that I'll be okay to do multiple orders. Like, if you guys ordered like 2 women's shirts and like 2 kids shirts. If not, then I'm gonna have to get either bigger bags, t-shirt bags, because boxes are expensive. You guys have no idea how expensive shipping is. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I was telling you guys last week on Mercari, like, the minimum you pay, if I sent you a sample of a mascara, I would pay $4 to send that. So, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to pay, and then Mercari charges you 10% on your price. So even if I listed that thing at $6, I'm gonna pay $4.25 for shipping, and then Mercari's gonna charge me 60 cents. I would say less than $1. I gotta go let Kay out of Bailey's room. I just got her broken out of the habit of coming up here too. Hi, baby. Oh, baby. Come on. You're so old, baby. You're so old. Oh, is that the spot? Is that the spot? Come on, get down. Come on. So, I've done quite a bit of... so I signed up with stamps.com because I just want to print my own labels and everything. I've sold things in the past where I've handwritten labels and taken it in and stood in line and done all of that, and
it takes forever. The cool thing about stamps.com too is that you can tie it to your website. So once I get that up and running, I can just tie it to there, and it automatically shows me my orders. It has all the tracking organized and there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I still haven't decided what website domain to go with. I own my domain name, so it's like www.mybusinessname.com, and then I could go to Wix and put that in, so that way it's powered by Wix or powered by Shopify, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go back onto Shopify. I'm gonna go back onto Wix and see if they've updated templates and stuff like that. Because again, this has been over a year. I started all of this back in May, but right now I have to get a hold of the Arizona Internal Revenue or whatever it's called and get that all straightened out, because I think I'm past due and I didn't report. I was under the assumption, because I never sold anything, zero hours, that I didn't have to report anything. Apparently that's not the case. So I need to get that straightened out so I can, you know, do business out of my home so I don't get in trouble, and then I can claim it on my taxes. That was another thing, is that I spent all this money on equipment like my die cutter, vinyl cutter, my heat press, the t-shirts. I spent all this money, and because of when we purchased the house, it was like February, I think it was like the last week of January when we closed. If I claimed any of this on my taxes, it would have changed our income, and we would have had to start all over, and I don't know if we would have qualified because it would have changed our income. So I couldn't claim any of this stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to when we go in next year. I mean, I could, I guess. I don't see why not. But we'll see. I've never had to do taxes. I'm definitely going to hire somebody. I'm not going to be doing that myself. So once I do that, I can get my vinyl cutter out. I'm going to start practicing. I'm just going to watch YouTube tutorial after YouTube tutorial. I'm literally going to go get my vinyl cutter right now. My son is obviously hungry. So I'm really excited. That's one more thing done. My logo is going to be delivered within a couple of days. Obviously, I can revise it as much as I want. It's unlimited, free revisions, but you can't change concepts. Like, that would start all over. So I could tell her, like, I love this, but I would change the color on that, yada, yada. So anyways, I'm really excited. It's been a really good day. It's been a really long day, considering I've been up since before 6. It's only 1, so I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna get this kid situated. Good evening. It's still Wednesday. Nope. No, it's Thursday. It has been such a weird day. Such a weird day. But not a bad one. So I will take that any day. You know what else is really weird? My skin. I've never had acne or anything like that. Had a little bit of issues when I first got pregnant with Bailey, but that's just because hormones. But I worked on all things business today. So I emptied out this closet. This is the stuff that I'm going to sell. I haven't even listed purses yet. I cleaned this out in order to get my heat press out, which literally weighs, not literally, but it feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. And got some t-shirts made. And I'm really excited about it. It wasn't as hard as I thought. Once I like sat down and committed to dicking around with the, hello, my blinds are open late at night and I'm home by myself. Good idea, idiot. Once I committed to doing it, it wasn't that bad. So now I need to come up with a system for the t-shirts. I have just, so these are like women's, that tub right there is women's, this tub is all kids, from infant all the way up to like children. So I have infant, toddler, children sizes, and then just women's maroon and black, because I was originally just gonna use the maroon for my Christmas collection, but I actually like how some of the Halloween would look on there. So I think I'm gonna give the option of maroon or black for Halloween. And then for Christmas, I might do the maroon again and white. Let me know what you guys think about white, because I'm not really good with white, but I know white looks really pretty
especially because I'm going to incorporate some foil in my Christmas collection. I'm going to put these t-shirts away, clean up this room as much as possible. I have 2 orders that I need to pack up. And then I'm going to take my ass to sleep because Bailey, like I said, was up before 6. Plus I did the nighttime feed with her because I just heard her first, or decided to get up first. You know how it is. If you're just tired, you just can't get up. And so Andrew had a really long day today. I told you guys that he did the Senator McCain thing, so he's not gonna be home till like 10. He left at 9, so it's a 13-hour day. So he's gonna be really tired, I bet. So I'm probably gonna do night feed again tonight, but I may have to take the night off because I haven't been getting a ton of sleep, and the last thing I need is a migraine. So I'm gonna clean this stuff up. I'm probably gonna put on a foot mask because my feet are killing me. I've been on them all day today. And I will see you guys tomorrow, which will be Friday.
Good morning, Vietnam! Oh, I miss Robin Williams. I really do. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, and I'm on my way to the grocery store. I have a headache, and I'm literally just gonna ignore it and see how that works for me. It usually doesn't. I'm gonna probably have to take my Zomig, or Zomatriptan. Zomig was the nasal spray, and that stuff was terrible. It would like always go right into my mouth. So we literally have 0 groceries at the house. I don't even know if have I been to the grocery store since we've been back? I don't even know, honestly. I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like we've eaten out a lot, which is not that great. Although we haven't, like, even when we go out to eat, I haven't been eating terrible, per se. I have baby food at the house, but it's all veggies, and I usually mix in a little bit of fruit because Bailey is not a fan of veggies by themselves. So that was a vitamin. Grocery shopping without kids is the best thing in the world, but I really just am not feeling it because of my head. So we'll see what happens.
So my fries finally put out all of their Halloween decor. It's very like blingy. I don't know if it's like supposed to be. This like reminds me of like a pirate ship, like the pearl and everything, but I think it's really cute. I just don't know if it's like there's a little eyeball there, lights up. It's cute. And then they have like dishes. I mean, I love floral, but this like doesn't really remind me of Halloween. This is like, you know who it reminds me of, honestly, even though I don't like her, is Kat Von D. Like the skulls and the flowers, and I don't know. I mean, it's cute. It just doesn't scream Halloween to me. Like this bird looks like he went to a glitter factory. I don't know. But it's saying an extra 20% off. I wonder if that includes all of this stuff. Because I'll tell you what I really want. Oh, look at this cool little tree. It's kind of cool. Like the flowers have little eyeballs on it. That's kind of cool, actually. Not a fan of the pillows. Like, that is so ugly. But I really like this little sign. This would be really cute on that entryway. I'm gonna see if it applies to this, because it's only $7.99. I don't think that's that bad. I'm gonna get it and put it on my entryway. I like it. Hey guys, so I'm back home. I've been home for actually not a couple hours, but a while. I laid down because I had a headache when I woke up this morning, just because I haven't been sleeping that much. I was up all night. Tell me if anybody else has a creative brain like me, where like ideas constantly flood your mind to where it keeps you up. Like, because I was doing t-shirts all day yesterday almost, designs were just like running through my head. I like got all the way over to like the Valentine's Day, because I'm gonna start off seasonal. I don't know when I'm gonna get my basics done. I want to not hurry up, because I'm not doing this half-ass. I'm really not. But I want to focus on Halloween, because it's already, by the time this goes up, it's already gonna be September. So you want to have, you know what I mean, a chance to
order, ship, everything like that. And even though I want to do like 18 million different designs, I need to wrap it up and just finalize Halloween designs. So that's what I'm going to work on all day today, is just Halloween, and get that situated. And then once Halloween's finalized and I have the website up and posted and all the Halloween stuff is there, I can focus on, I'm gonna have to start ordering already for Christmas. I was on the t-shirt website that I order from. It's called TSC Apparel. You have to have a license to order from there, I'm pretty sure. It's not like you can just go on there all willy-nilly and order like a million t-shirts. I'm pretty sure you have to have a license. So anyways, I was already on there looking at long sleeves, and a lot of them are already out of stock. You know, typically like businesses are already working on spring, summer right now. So I'm very behind the game, but I can definitely get caught up. I'm even thinking about joining a babysitting co-op group because of situation, and doing like 1 day a week, having somebody watch my kids just for a couple hours so I can literally just work on designing and stuff like that. While they're here, it's easy to like, not easy, but it's manageable to like print stuff out and everything like that. But for designing, you kind of need like that quiet, empty space, you know what I mean? Like of focus. I could totally just have Andrew like take the kids out on one of his days off, I guess, but we'll see what happens. I mean, if I join that co-op group, it would be good for Aiden anyway. So I wanted to share a meal with you that I made because it's Friday and I didn't share a single one this week. So I have made Andrew's lunch, and I did something a little bit different. So I made vegetable pilaf with quinoa, is how somebody told me how to pronounce it. So you just steam this in the bag. That's it, Simple Truth organic stuff again. And then I not fried, but I like pan cooked this sausage. It's like the long links, and so I just cut it up. It looks kind of like a kid's meal, like what was that, like Frankenbeans or something, but it's really good smoked sausage with the rice and all the veggies in there. So I'm gonna give him that for lunch today. So because it's a holiday weekend, I can't really do anything with my admin stuff. I told you guys I had to do some stuff with my Arizona state like tax license and stuff like that, and I'm so mad that I let it lapse. But back in June, or no, it was May when it expired. That was when like a lot of stuff was going on with medical, and you know, there's a million things that I had to do besides that. So I can't do anything today. I went to do it online last night, but it just wasn't working for some reason. Man, I was in the grocery store for 2 hours today. It was insane because I went on a freaking holiday weekend. It was insane. So I think also what I'm going to do today and over the weekend is I'm going to get together my PR list. I'm not going to send to a ton because that would make me lose money, but there's a few people that I want to send to that I know like that they would share my stuff, and they would in turn essentially help me make money. So I'm going to get that together. And what else? I don't know what else I'm going to do, but I mean, that's enough, especially with kids. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to get into today. Hello. It's like 4 o'clock and I've finished, I'm pretty sure, my Halloween collection. And so my parents came and got the kids. It's like having visitation, like it's weird. But I mean, if they're good to my kids, so that's all I can ask for. And I was not gonna say no to a break to be by myself. And so what I really want to do is order the world's largest pizza, but what I'm actually doing is making a salad because I'm so sick of this mom bod. So sick of this mom bod. So I feel like calling it a day, honestly. Like I said, I'm done with Halloween designs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5 women's tees, but 1 out of 5 is directed towards moms, which I know not all of my audience is going to be moms, so that's why I only did 1 mom tee. And then I have the kids' tee that correlates with the mom's tee. And then I have one boy, one girl tee. So in my mind, I have, like I said, a million designs that I want to do. But number one, I don't have a ton of t-shirts. I think I ordered like 30 of each size, which is a lot to begin with. So if I have so many designs and people order like one of each, you know what I mean? And ordering tees while having a release is kind of hard. So anyways, I'm going to eat this and watch Castle Rock and maybe take a nap because my mom said she's not going to bring him back until like 7. So hello, it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm closing up shop. I did a Facebook Live tonight. No, I didn't. I did a YouTube Live, Facebook Live. And 11 people showed up, and it was the best thing ever. I texted a couple of people, and I was like, please come, so I'm not by myself. And more showed up than I thought, so I was really exciting. If you didn't make it, don't worry, I'll do it again. Maybe not at 6:30 on a Friday night. Probably a pretty good idea. I'm going to do another daytime one. I feel like a lot of people are better off to do stuff during the day. I finished, I don't know how, you guys, I had this t-shirt thing built up in my mind that it was going to take forever. I literally started doing my vinyl yesterday and I'm already done with my Halloween collection. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to go take all this makeup off that I absolutely love. Kea, I would appreciate it if you didn't lick your chops while I was talking to my friends. She does not care about my wants and needs. I'm going to go take up all this take it on up. I'm gonna go take off all this makeup. I did something a little bit different today. I didn't drink 5 cups of coffee. I literally had, don't judge me, I had a pumpkin spice latte, but I really needed it to take my medicine while I was at the store. I had to take headache medicine. I told you guys that I was like battling a migraine. Went away. And I had 1 cup here at home, but I usually have like another one at 3 and another one at 5 just to get through the day. But my kids weren't here and I'm really trying to cut back on calories, you guys. I'm trying really, really hard. I really am. So that coffee creamer, I like a little bit of coffee with my creamer. Like that's the kind of creamer user I am. So I know that stuff is just so fattening. So I'm trying to cut back the calories. But I just realized that it's Friday and so I'm probably gonna end it here so I can import this footage, number 1. And I do need to edit some videos. So I probably won't work on my basic tees tonight. I'll probably work on them tomorrow while Andrew's at home. I'm gonna go edit some videos in bed and take a shower because I need one. I drank a ton of water today, which is cool. So, super exciting week. Not as dramatic as last time. Not as, you know, we're working on things. Obviously, my parents took my kids today, and that was cool, and I saw them, and everything was cool, you know what I mean? We just have some distance there for reasons. And it's not like we're never going to see them again. I think I already told you that. It's not like I'm never going to let my kids speak to them or anything like that. I mean, they had my kids for like 6 hours today, which was awesome. But I chose not to participate in today's events with them. So that's all, you know. And so, I mean, I got all of the Halloween collection done. I need to redo a couple of t-shirts, which I'm not going to waste anymore. Not waste, but I'm not going to... the ones that I'm going to make are going to be for PR to send out to people so that I can photograph them properly. And then I can just put them aside to send out. My face is breaking out so bad. This one is going to be a monster. I am all over the place tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go. I love you guys. I hope you had a great weekend because this goes up on Mondays. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!